You are now watching MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV. Chill! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, one fourth of the premier boys podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV, exclusively on YouTube. Hope all is well. On the episode with my special guest, y'all already know what time it is. It's time for another top 20 countdown show, and we will discuss our favorite movies. Part 3 of our favorite movie with our special guest Jaylan back on the show, host of the J Day Reviews. And yeah, y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, you already know what time it is. It's time for the top 20 countdown show. And of course, I got my co-host, my guest co-host. We got Miss Jaylan back on the show. Jaylan, how are you doing?
How are you, Kenny? I'm trying to live, I'm trying to survive, but we just push on and we go on.
Yes, I agree. And first, happy 2025 because this is the first time we doing this in the new year. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and happy
definitely.
to bring you back. And yeah, don't worry, we got a special announcement at the end of the episode, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, but of course today we're gonna continue our favorite movie list. And today we are gonna do 60 to 41. At this point, we might as well just go to 100 at this point. So we might
I'm
just go
sure we will. We are the AFI, but just Kenny and Jay. Like we're an official list of best films.
Yeah, and I gotta say this every time we do this. This is not based on our best film. This is our favorite. Keyword: our favorite film. Remember that. This is our favorite. This is our opinions. This is
Don't
not
come
the
after us. Yes, exactly.
exactly. So this is our favorite film. So yes, and of course, as always, lady first. So Jaylan, what is your number 60?
Okay. Well, Kenny, my number 60 is Desert Hearts. Okay, it's a 1985 film directed by Donna Deitch or Deet, whatever. But it's a beautiful lesbian film, road film, two women in love. I talked about it extensively on my podcast, The J Days, with my dear friend Kristen Battistella, but it's one that I discovered last year, although it's been in 1985. One of the most beautiful films ever made, close to my heart, close to my soul. It has all the elements that I love: great acting, great direction, cinematography, like a wonderful country and all these, like soundtrack. It had, I think, Patsy Cline, and it had Elvis. It had everyone. A lot of great, also, I think, jazz and blues songs. So I recommend it for everyone. Like romantics, you have to watch this.
That sounds really, really interesting. You already know we're gonna share each other list at the end, after we record this. So yeah, and yes, definitely.
Definitely.
All right, so my number 60. So this is a pretty recent movie. I seen this last year. It came out last year. Came out, I believe, in July of last year. This is a Marvel movie, and Marvel been in a weird path. And then I seen this movie, and it was pretty good. I got Deadpool and Wolverine
I
as my
knew you would
number.
mention that.
Yeah, at my number 60. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. This is Deadpool 3, by the way, and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. They brought him back, from a long break since Logan, which came out I believe in 2020.
Yeah, it was very long ago.
Yeah, but I enjoyed this movie, and this movie made me hopeful for Marvel in the future again, because Marvel was going through a weird past the last couple years when it comes to their movies. But this was a really good movie. I enjoyed the cameo of this movie. I don't want to spoil it, but one of your favorite person is in this movie. By the way, one of your favorite person is in this movie. You want me?
Wait, mine?
Yeah,
Who?
yeah. You want me to tell you? Want me to spoil it? You want me to tell you?
Please, yes, spoil.
Well,
Tell me.
Wesley Snipes was in here. No, he brought back Blade.
Oh
He
my
brought
God,
back
yes, as
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah,
Baby, the best. I'm
yeah,
drooling. I knew that he was back because I follow Wesley Snipes news everywhere. So trust me, I'm
yeah.
just the happiest person in the world. Okay, so I feel very depressed and very disappointed that they canceled the Mahershala Ali Blade project because what are you doing? I feel like they derailed him for a very long time in this project and then
Yeah,
they didn't complete it and that kind of could have had an effect on his career because where is
I agree.
Mahershala? He's a great actor, so they took him on this path and kind of like let it lag and lag. And where's the
Yeah,
project? Ooh, it's canceled. So I feel terrible. They have to do it right and they have to do a Blade remake with newer
yeah,
blood and maybe bring in Wesley Snipes. I don't know if they're
yeah.
gonna bring Mahershala, sadly, or not, but Mahershala has to have continuity in his career because he's one of the finest talents of our time. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was upset when they canceled the new Blade movie. I was looking forward to it because he is an amazing actor. He is an amazing actor, and
wonderful.
because people keep leaving the project, meaning directors and stuff like they keep switching it and keep delaying it. So it's just like, what's going on? So hopefully they get back on that soon. But who knows? I don't know. But Deadpool review was good. It was good to see Wesley Snipes in it. Other cameo too. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the other cameos, but yeah, this was really good. This is my number 60.
All right, awesome.
What's your 59?
Okay, it's called Last Summer, L'été dernier, directed by Catherine Breillat. It's a French film, and Catherine Breillat is a very troubling filmmaker. She makes films that are controversial. They want you to feel bad. They want you to feel to think. It's a very weird relationship. It's a predatory relationship, basically, between a teenage boy, and an older woman, his stepmother. And honestly, when you see the film, she is painting the boy in a way that is very seductive and very manipulative and coy, as if he is evil. But we all know the truth of this relationship. This is abuse. So we can't sugarcoat it. We can't say, but he seduced her, and she's bringing a very tiresome kind of ugly, sorry female actress to make you feel like bad for her. You know what I mean? Like, oh, but this young boy, he seduced her, he used her. But no, the nature of this relationship is actually a young boy being exploited by a more experienced older woman. So the movie kind of makes you think a lot and makes you question a lot of things, but it's a very important film. I feel like a lot of people should watch it because it blew my mind. And she's a very troubling director. I've seen other films by her, and they're very disturbing.
It sound interesting. I definitely should check that out. Definitely check that out. So my number 59. So this was a movie I watched as a kid. Growing up, watched this movie as a kid a lot. Had the cassette tape of this movie. This movie, credit rise, did not receive good, but I enjoyed this. So this is a comedy called Ghost Dad, which was produced by Sidney Poitier.
Wow.
It starred Bill Cosby, and it was about a riddle. I know.
That's okay.
it's
Yeah.
about it's about a widow who work a lot, and he got into a taxi cab. It got into an accident, and he turned to a ghost.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I ain't gonna lie.
I love
I ain't gonna lie. It was a funny movie growing up. It was a funny movie. I'm pretty sure if I watch it now, it would age really bad. but to me, it was funny when I
especially
growing up.
because Bill Crosby is like a
Yeah,
creep in real life. I think he was
yeah,
exploited for things. This is the problem when you have a great movie by a fave, but then that person turns out to be a bad person. And then you remember all the good memories and you feel like I have the same with some movies, like where you're like, oh, but he turned out to be a terrible person. I can't, but the movie is still good. So I know what you mean. And some
yeah,
of them, of course, have aged bad. So probably this movie what had aged bad. I think it might
yeah,
not
yeah.
work if you watch it now.
Yeah, but it was well. I enjoyed the movie, but
Yeah.
it was a box office disaster during this time. There was 1990, by the way, so there was a box office
Oh,
disaster. Yeah, it was yeah. But I grew up with this movie, so I enjoy the movie. Goes that in my number 50, 59. So what is your 50? What is your 58?
Okay, my 58 is The Substance, directed by Coralie Farjay, because, first of all, Margaret Qualley and Demi Moore are just the hottest names now. And second of all, it's a very good movie about, female body dysmorphia and being discontent with your body and your face and aging and fear of losing that spark that a lot of us women have, and how would that affect you, and how it is very hurtful to see people looking at you differently just because you kind of like aged and stuff. And the way she handled it in a way that is a very body horror, visceral way was brilliant. Everything about it was brilliant. The costumes, like the script, the sequence of events, even the decay at the end. So yeah, I really like this movie, and it's a recent movie that I totally respect.
Mm. Okay, nice. I definitely gotta look. What that movie called again?
The Substance.
Okay.
Coralie Farjay is The Substance. Yes, definitely. You must have heard about it because it's like everywhere. Memes and stuff, and
That's the movie that just came out recently, that right? The Demi Moore.
2024.
Oh,
Yeah.
Demi Moore nominated. She
Demi
nominated for
Moore.
Oscar for it. Yeah, she nominated for Oscar for it. Right.
And she got the Critics' Choice Awards. She got the Golden Globes too. So she's like winning everywhere.
Yeah, I heard about it. I definitely do want to see that movie. I definitely do want to see it. Definitely gotta check that one out. All right, so my 58. My 58. So this is a movie that, it was a cartoon for many years growing up. If you know the cartoon, we grew up with this cartoon. They had a movie of this anime cartoon in the 90s, but they made it into a live action in 2021. And I got Tom and Jerry movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It came out 2021.
They have a Tom and Jerry movie in 2021. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. They had Chelsea Grace Montez in it. They had Michael Cena in it. They had Chad Joyce in it. He do Saturday Night Live. And it was pretty good. I think it was pretty good. It was actually one of the better live action movies from a cartoon that I've seen in a while. Yeah.
Wow.
It was on Max, but I don't know where it's on now. And the soundtrack to this movie was incredible. Like they had a child called Crest in the soundtrack. They had Jodeci in the soundtrack.
Two? Are you serious? This sounds like
so serious.
I feel like funny. I watched this movie. I feel like it's gonna bring me back some good memories.
Yeah, you should. Yes, you should. The Tom and Jerry movie. Yeah, don't judge me, y'all. The Tom and Jerry movie.
That's why I was like,
it was really good. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like Tom and Jerry movie that we saw in the past. I think there was one in the past, right?
It was 1992. It was a cartoon. Mm-hmm. It was a cartoon. It wasn't the live action. It was the first live action they had, though.
Oh yeah, that's the difference. Okay. Now I gotta check that one out too.
Yeah, you definitely should. So, what is your number 57?
Hey, my number 57 is Poetic Justice, directed by John Singleton, 1993. Classic. And it's like, what, Tupac? And it has like Janet Jackson? What a movie. First of all, this is one of my favorite movies about a female writer because she is a poet in that movie. And that movie tackles, I was blown away because I was looking for movies about female writers. And then I found this movie and I was like, but I'm sorry, why was it hidden? Why didn't we find it more when we were talking about movies about writers? This is a movie about a young woman trying to find her voice, understand violence, and find love. And it's also part road movie. It's also very funny. It has, I think, it has Regina King or something.
Regina King, yeah, Regina King.
Right? So, I mean, what an amazing cast. And Tupac, he was so talented. My heart breaks whenever I see him on screen. This man was taken out too soon, and for whoever knows. So what a beautiful movie. Recommended to everyone. It's actually cemented itself in my heart as one of the favorites. One of the classics.
Yeah, that's a classic movie. That's definitely a classic. Amazing movie. Shaggy, I don't have it in my list. Maybe it might be in my list in the next one. But yeah, but this is this
Yes,
is
put
the
it on the next one.
I might be in the next one. But no, but Poetic Justice is definitely a really dope movie. I love that movie too. I love that movie too. My number 57. I'm gonna keep it cartoonish. I'm gonna keep it cartoon.
I know.
This is a novel. This is another Marvel movie. It had two of them so far. One came out in 2018, and another one came out in 2023. I got Spider-Man Entered the Spideyverse and Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse.
Isn't this the one with all the Spider-Men? Is that the one?
Yeah. That one. Yeah, that one. And the first one, it stars it stars Shakir Moore, who played Miles Morales. Jake Johnson, who played Peter Parker, version of Spider-Man. Haley Steinfeld, everybody know Haley Steinfeld. She played Gwen Stacy and Spider-Woman. Brian Tyree Harris, who played Jefferson Davis. Mustafa Ali, we just talked about him. He's in this movie as well. Andre
Oh,
Davis
wow.
and The Flower, and many
Wow.
more. And the first one of this was really good. I enjoyed the first one. I like how it started, how this started the whole universe. But the second one, though, of course, the Spideyverse. Oh man, man. Part two was amazing.
Really? It's that good? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Part two was amazing. This was one of my favorite cartoons of this year. This came out in 2023. This part two came out in 2023. That way, all the Spider-Man and I like how I didn't like how it came together. I like the designs. I like the characters. I like the story. I hate the ending because it ended in a cliffhanger. It ended in a cliffhanger. We're setting up the third one called Beyond Spideyverse, which as of right now, to be announced. It was supposed to come out in 2024, but due to the rights strike, they push it back indefinitely. And now we don't know when it's coming out. It's rumored to be coming out in 2027.
What is the problem with them? Why are they like canceling and postponing a lot of movies? This is weird.
You ain't know the writer strike at the time with the writer strike, and then they had to do reshoots and they had to redesign and stuff like that. And cartoon, I heard take longer. And this, mind you, this is not original. This like a really high tech cartoon design too. So
that's why,
it's gonna take a long while. But from what I heard it might be 2027. Might be 2027. I wouldn't be surprised. But this movie is amazing. Amazing Spider-Man movie, cartoon movie, and I can't wait for the third one. And y'all should definitely check this out because this is an amazing movie.
Definitely, I have to check it out, of course.
Yeah, you have to. Yes, you have to. And by the way, this is not the only Spider-Man movie I have on this list, so stay tuned for that.
Okay.
So, what is your number 56?
Okay, it's The Blues Brothers, 1980, directed by John Landis. Because first of all, I discovered John Belushi in the Saturday Night movie directed by Jason Reitman. But I fell in love with him again. And then I remembered wow, I really gotta revisit the Blues Brothers. And when I rewatched it, I realized I love this movie so much. How can I even, I watched it long ago and it wasn't my favorite movie. But then when I rewatched it for preparing for Saturday Night and I was interviewing the actor who played John Belushi, I was like, wow, I adore this film. It's funny, it got great music, it's insane. I want to live inside it. Everything is so cool. People are just so cool. So I don't know, just it was a mind-blowing experience for me, and I love it so much. I realize how close it is to my heart.
It's been a long time since I watched the Blue Brothers.
Right.
I did watch that movie before. I watched that one and the remake one they did. I think it was Blue Brothers. I think 2000 something like that. Yeah, but they would. I believe they had another one.
Probably. Never know.
Yeah, but the Blue Brothers started from Saturday Night Live, right? They did. Okay, I can make it. I just watched the documentary recently, literally the other day, and it was about the Blue Brothers too. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, which is funny you just mentioned that, so it's pretty interesting. But
yes.
I do definitely gotta watch the Blue Brothers again because it's been a long time since I watched that movie.
And it's a very feel-good movie. So when you watch it, you feel like, wow, I'm just reliving a different time, a different place, and great music, and everything is just fun in this movie. So you're gonna have a great time, I tell you, when you watch it.
Okay, yeah. I gotta rewatch it again. I gotta rewatch it again. So my number 56. Okay, so this movie it's the movie that I have on my list. I watched this movie. I did watch this movie as a kid. It came out in the 2000s. I
Okay.
remember the movie at the theaters, and then it got nominated for an Oscar. He didn't win.
Ooh.
He didn't win though. But then my father brought the tape at home, and we saw the cover of the tape, and I'm like, "What is this?" I heard about this movie that I watched it, and then when I watched it, I was like, "Oh wow, this is a really good movie." So the movie I'm talking about is Castaway, starring Tom
Oh,
Hanks.
wow.
Starring Tom Hanks, which he was a FedEx troubleshooter who got stranded on a desert island. And
Wow.
yeah, and this movie was really good. I'm not gonna lie, this movie was really good. This movie should definitely win an Oscar that year. And
Of course.
the fact that Tom Hanks would talk to a ball the entire time was just amazing.
He was brilliant.
He
Tom
was
Hanks in this
yeah,
movie, and
yeah,
it's very emotional too. And
very
Tom
yeah,
Hanks,
very
when he
emotional,
does
yeah.
emotional stuff, it just tugs at your heart and makes you feel like, wow. I feel like he's the kindest person. He reminds me of Robin Williams, like those
Oh
kind
yes,
people who
yes,
just,
yes,
you feel the energy. So I definitely, Castaway is an all-time favorite. We all love Castaway, and we've all been through
yeah,
our Castaway phases. So I totally get it.
yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. Yep. Castaway is my number 56. What's your number for 55?
Okay, my number 55 is Vivre sa vie by Jean-Luc Godard. Okay, so this movie for me defines like living her like it's I think it's translated living her life. So it's about defines the French new wave of the 60s, defines what I knew about French cinema, what I love about French culture, stars one of the most beautiful faces ever, Anna Karina, and the way you see her framed, like in those images where she's just smoking a cigarette, like looking like this, and it's just the camera is on her face and she's crying. I mean, what a beautiful face. Like I sometimes watch this movie just to watch her because she's so iconic. So I love Godard. I feel like he's a very rebellious director. He kind of like changed what it was like to create a movie. So this movie will always have a special place in my heart.
Nice, 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 nice. All right, so my number 55. So I know on the first list I had Super Mario Brothers on the list. No. So this time I have another video game movie that I grew up as a kid. I had a Sega Genesis. I played this game a lot growing up. Then I found out they were having a movie of it. When they first released this movie trailer, the design was terrible.
Okay.
The design was terrible. And a whole lot of people, including myself, was upset about it. And we told them to redo the design. Then they redid the design. It came out amazing. So you probably wonder what the movie am I talking about? I got a
Mm.
little, I got a little help with me in this
Show
one.
me.
I got Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want this.
The
Can
first.
I have the Sonic and you can have the movie? I
So
love plushies. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I need this one. I need it in my collection because I have like a collection. I have Stitch and I have Sleepy.
yeah, trust me. I got a lot of them. But to get to the back to the point. So Sonic the Hedgehog franchise is my number 55. No, the first one came out in 2020, second one came out in 2022, and the third one came out 2024, which the most recent one, which I did see at the movie theaters. And I like how the movie they start out the first one with Sonic, get into the real world, stuff like that. He meet the couple, were played by Jay Martian and Tina Suka. And I liked it how Jim Carrey, shout out to Jim Carrey, as Dr.
Yes, he's
Robot,
the best.
as Dr. Robotnik. And I liked how the first one was a good, perfect setup. Then the second one introduced Tails, who played by the voice of Tails, Karina, I forgot her name, Karina something. And then they brought in Knuckles, who played by Idris Elba. He did an amazing job at Knuckles. I'm not gonna lie, Idris did an amazing job at Knuckles.
I played, by the way, Sonic the Hedgehog when I was like, was it called Sonic? Just Sonic
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah, I
Sonic the
played it a
Hedgehog. Yeah,
lot when I was younger.
me
So
too, me
it
too.
feels cool when you have like a game turned into
Yeah, it
a
was.
movie.
Yeah, no, it was. Sonic. I played. I had a lot of Sonic games as a kid, Sega Genesis and stuff like that.
They were the
Sonic 2 was my
best.
Sonic 2 was my favorite game. You know, me and my sister played all the time. So, but then they came out with Sonic 3.
Me.
Yeah, it came out with Sonic 3 that came out last year, and they added Keanu Reeves as Shadow to the cast, and Robotnik was
Wow.
played by
Look at
Robotnik
this.
played by Jim Carrey. Played two characters, and I gotta say that Sonic 3 was one of my favorite ones that came out. One of my favorite ones that came out, and yeah, it did great. We did amazing in the box
Wow.
office, and it just keep growing. It keep growing. But
Keep
Sonic,
growing.
yeah, but Sonic 4 had just been announced. And it will be released in March of 2027. So yeah.
Wow. Lots of movies will be released 2027. Wow, like very far
I,
ahead. Like the Odyssey is
uh,
like in 2026. I'm like, wow, are
you
we
know what?
planning already?
Crazy. A lot of the anime stuff is coming out 2027. Just to name a few: Shrek 5, which I kind of spoiled something just now. Oh, Toy Story 5, Sonic 4, I believe. Sonic. I mean, yeah, Super Mario 2 is coming out. I think
Okay.
around that time as well. A lot of the anime stuff is coming out in 2027, 2026, 2027. So
Okay.
it gonna be a big year for the anime stuff.
Could be. Could be. Yes.
Also Frozen 3, and a whole lot of other stuff. Whole lot of other stuff. But there you go, Dex. I
That's
got
cool. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah, but I got Sonic the franchise as my 55. What's your 54? Yeah, you get that. You get
Okay, so
that.
my 54, because I've had a lot of James Bond
Mm.
rewatches. Okay, so my 54 is definitely gonna be a James Bond. It's Golden Eye, 1995, directed by Martin Campbell, and I think it's a classic. Every true Bond fan loves Golden Eye, so I love it. And when I rewatched it again, I felt like, wow, some of the best hours of my life. I didn't even lose a minute, and I don't know, it was just amazing for my Bond loving heart.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did watch Golden as a kid. I also played the game as well as a kid. You know, that was on N64.
Really? What? You guys are all playing the cool games. Because I was talking to my friend Kristen and I was like, did she was telling me about the Golden Eye game and I'm like, guys, I didn't play any Bond game in my life.
I ain't gonna lie. Even though
I
it was a
feel
big,
very behind, like seriously.
even though I did play the blind game, I wasn't supposed to because it was for mature. I was too young to play, but it was a cool game. It was a cool game. I,
It was a mature game? Like so it was like had some
yeah,
elements and stuff like Grand Theft
yeah.
Auto?
It was a
Oh,
lot. It,
okay. That's
it was
so
a lot.
funny.
It was a lot of shooting. Let's just say it was a lot of shooting. It's a shooting game, like first play shooting
So
game. So
but no
it was like,
nudity or something
oh no, 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 no,
because
no,
I hear
no.
like some of the Grand Theft Auto games are
Oh,
like
that
extreme.
well, that yeah. Well, that. Well, in that case, that's nudity. Yeah, that's nudity. Yeah, that's nudity. But my number,
Yes. Yeah.
but my number 54. I got another movie by Jim Carrey. By the way, Jim Carrey. Good seeing Jim Carrey double on the list, and I can say
Jim
this is like
Carrey.
yeah,
Wait, tell me.
this is my second favorite Jim Carrey movie that I had to have in the list. I got Bruce Almighty.
Wow, Bruce Lee, you totally
Yeah,
remind me of the days when I watched all the Jim Carrey movies when I was a kid, and I love him so much. Bruce
yeah,
Almighty,
yeah.
tell me why you put
No,
Bruce Almighty on this list.
so Bruce Almighty came out in 2003. It starred Jim Carrey. It starred Morgan Freeman as a god. It starred and Jennifer Aniston.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this movie was really good. It was really funny. You know, Jim Carrey did his thing in this movie. I believe this was one of his first movie he did in a while. I think he took a short break and he came back with this movie, and it was like a really good comeback for him.
Did it succeed at the box office?
And though it did, major
Mm.
success, major success.
Wow. That's
Also,
why.
Stevie Carell was in this as well, which
I love Steve Carell. The Office,
I,
man. The
yeah,
Office.
yeah, yeah. Which he was a part of part two of it. I never saw part two. I got my reason. I mean, I like Steve Carell, but for some reason, I didn't want to kids to see him in this movie. And when I tried to watch the trailer, I got sick from watching the trailer. It's weird. Don't mind me. So it's
Oh,
weird.
so you didn't watch the part two? Yeah. You
Yeah, I
didn't
never watched
feel
the
it.
part
You
two.
didn't feel it.
Yeah,
Didn't
I got yeah,
contain.
I
Yeah,
got
you're
sick. I
right. I
got
feel
yeah. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. It was a weird sequel. I would rather see Jim Carrey do a part two to this than somebody else doing a part two. I guess that's how it felt. But Bruce Almighty was a really good movie. Shout out to Jim Carrey, man. And the thing about Jim Carrey, he usually don't do sequels at the time. He don't do sequels at the time. He do sequels now because Sonic 3, all three Sonic, but yeah, I wanted a sequel for this, just like I want a sequel for The Mask with him. But yeah, that is my number 54. What's your 53?
so Jim Carrey never does sequels.
Not only, I know before, at the time he wasn't. I know only one sequel he did was, I believe, was Dumb and Dumber 2, and he did Ace Ventura.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know he always said that he was against sequels.
So they
But
probably like. hmm
yeah,
So they gave him money. Probably. Why did they convince him to do Bruce and like, money, money talks. Probably gave him a fortune to do
yeah,
Bruce Almighty too.
yeah.
Hmm.
He probably did, but he turned it down. He turned it down for The Mask, or he turned it down for The Mask. He turned it down for Bruce Almighty. And I think it was another sequel that they told him to do. I think it was Me, Myself, and Irene. I think it was Me, Myself, and Irene.
They I would have killed them. Thank God he
Yeah,
didn't do it. I love me,
yeah,
myself, and Irene so much. And
yeah.
it had Renee Zellweger, right? When she was so hot and young. Oh my
Mm,
goodness. I
yeah.
adore this film. Reminded
But
me. I have to rewatch it.
but the funny thing is he did a sequel for Sonic for the Sonic because he said he loved doing the robotic character. He's saying that he enjoyed doing it. Because remember after the Sonic movie, he was retired. He wasn't gonna do no more acting after that. But I guess the Sonic movie brought him back. You know what son that he loved. He might retire now, but who knows? But he always kept coming back to the Sonic project. he always kept coming back. So,
He's
but yeah,
iconic, even if he doesn't do anything. You're
exactly.
right.
Yeah, exactly. And he a legend. You know, at the
A
point he's a
legend.
legend. You know, started from Living Color. By the way, I watched the documentary for Saturday Night Live, like I mentioned before, and I didn't know he auditioned for Saturday Night Live, and they didn't hire him for it.
Weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of people who auditioned for Saturday Night Live and they didn't hire them. But look at them now; they
Look at them
doing
now. They're like
great.
stars and best.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just a little fun fact I want to throw in there. So, what is your number 53?
Okay, so this movie is one that was my favorite as a kid. And I rewatched it recently because Kevin Costner posted about Whitney Houston on,
Mm,
I think, his birthday, not hers. And he remembered her, I think, because he loved her. He loves her more than anyone. He loved her more than any woman in his life. And I was like, wow, probably I need to
mm,
rewatch The Bodyguard. And I
mm,
rewatched it. And I tell you, this movie holds up so well. First of all, I love that they made Whitney this diva. They didn't make her like a silly celebrity. She is
yeah.
dark and she is bored of everything. When she goes on stage, when she's with fans, she's the best woman. She smiles, she's nice. But when she's on her own with the people around her, she's dark and mean and closed on himself. But she also loves her son so much. And it's
Mm,
strange, the sexual chemistry between them. Amazing. And her voice. I mean, when she's just singing, this woman, she was like anyone else. I mean, I'm sorry. So I rewatched it, 1992, of course, The Bodyguard for everyone who wants to check it. But I
mm.
realized, wow, I really miss watching this with my grandma because she loved this movie and we would sit together. Of course, she's now dead. And when she was alive, we would sit in together and I was a kid and we would watch it and she would like revel in their beauty and she would tell me like, look at Whitney, she's so beautiful. Look at Kevin, he's so beautiful. Oh, wow. And she'd pray for them to be together in real life. So great memories for me and everything is just wonderful about this movie.
I mean, I don't gonna lie, that is an amazing movie. You know, I love the Bodyguard. You know what's crazy? I was gonna add it on this part of my list too. I thought about it. I thought about it.
Mm.
But the thing is about doing this your favorite movie list is hard to pick
This is why
on
we have continuous ones. We can add, like
exactly
now I'm
exactly.
starting to think I need to put me, myself, and Irene on the next list because I really
Yeah,
love it. So yeah, we
that was
have to.
saying that was saying like it was hard to add this to because so many other movies I love. So yeah, but this was an amazing movie. Yeah, The Bodyguard, Kevin Costner, Whitney Houston. You know the movie.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely an amazing movie. So my number 53. So I got this romantic movie, coming to age romantic movie. It was a book, but it turned into a movie. I seen this movie when it came out, and I seen this movie recently in 2020. And when I watched this movie very sad. And I got this movie very sad. It's a beautiful movie. I got A Walk to Remember, which came
Wow.
out in 2002. It starred Mandy Moore. You
Fun
know,
fact.
one of my
I
one of my
used to
one of my
sing this song perfectly. By the
Oh
way,
wow.
Only Hope. I swear to you. And my sister was the one who bullied me, like, stop it. You're not a cute girl. Stop pretending to be this. But I swear to you, I had a great voice when I was younger and I would sing it perfectly. If you heard me, I mean, I'm no Mandy Moore, of course. She's
Mm,
brilliant, but
yeah.
I had some singing chops. So yeah, I would sing this song. It was my favorite song ever.
That's dope. I definitely wanna hear you one day.
Yes, I will record it just for you.
Okay, nice. So no, so the movie starred, of course, Mandy Moore, which was uh, one of my '90s crush, and Shane West. And I'll say this was a really beautiful movie, man.
And very
Really,
sad too,
yeah, very
heartbreaking.
sad. Yeah, that ended was sad. Yeah, that ended was sad. Yeah, and I got shout out to Mandy Moore. She's an amazing actress, though. Especially her
She's
performance in
amazing.
this and her performance in This Is Us. Gee Louise.
I was gonna tell you, This Is Us.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah,
Perfect. And
yeah.
Sterling K. Brown, he
Whew.
took This Is Us and he went on
Yes,
to
he
become
did.
this great actor. And
Yeah.
he's like starring in a series now, a mini series, I think. My dad is
On Hulu.
watching it.
I need
Exactly.
the Paradise. I haven't watched it yet, but I definitely gotta check
My
that
dad
out.
says it's top tier. It's great.
Mm, I
So
gotta
I'm
check that
just
out.
so happy for him and I'm proud of him. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah, he
Amazing.
is
His
amazing.
voice, his eyes. Woo.
Yeah, he is amazing. Yeah, he is an amazing actor. Shout out to Sterling K. Brown, and shout out to Mandy Moore because she's the major actress too. Shane West in
She
the
is.
movie. Yeah,
And she was just so innocent and pure and
yes,
beautiful in
yes,
this movie. You just want
she
to hug
was.
her. And the way she
Yeah,
spread positivity and kindness. I mean, wow.
yeah. And I love this movie. A Walk to Remember. Now I'm even gonna watch it. I believe it's on Disney Plus right now or Hulu. It's on one of them. I think I'll watch it now. I might watch it after this. I might watch it after
Yes, yes. Me too. Me
this.
too.
So what is your number 52?
All right. My number 52 is Instinct, directed by Helena Rain. Okay, and I'm gonna mention two of Helena Rain's movies, Baby Girl and Instinct. Instinct is her first, I don't think it's her first movie, probably her debut, I don't know. But it's the first movie that I think she found her voice. This is where she first found her footing. And it's even more controversial and more daring than Baby Girl,
Mm,
starring one of my favorite actresses ever, Carice Von Houten, because she is also an activist and she's a very brave woman and she's so beautiful. So this movie, when I watched it, it's a revelation because it tackles power play and it tackles, I think, the line blurred between sexual harassment and actual affection and kind of, I think, people's ability to want to be hurt. So it's a very tough subject matter. It's not for the faint of heart, but I really think it's a winner. It's like a brilliant film, and I recommend it for everyone, basically.
I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out.
You have to. It's very disturbing. I'm warning you.
Uh-oh. I'll be prepared. I'll be prepared.
Yes.
So my number 52. So I got this action movie. I watched this when I was younger. This one got four of them, but only watched three of them because three of them, the first three was the only one that mattered to me. The Men in Black. Here comes the Men in Black. Yeah. No, of course, Will Smith.
I would dance, by the way, to the screen with my sister and try to be like Will Smith and all the monsters dancing, the aliens
Oh
dancing
yeah,
behind him. This song, I mean, I
so
could
amazing.
dance to it right now. Seriously, what a beautiful song,
This
honestly.
song was amazing. This
And
song
the
was amazing.
dance and the movie and Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith,
Yeah, Tommy,
everything
there you
about this
go.
movie is just perfection.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah. So yes, as you did mention, Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, Agent J, Agent K, and I like the
Yes.
first one. I like the second one. I even like the third one. The third one is actually pretty good because it's like the origin story of Will Smith, low key, and I mean all the story of Tommy Lee Jones and how he met Will Smith at the end of the movie. I really like the Men in Black. It's one of my favorite Will Smith movies. My favorite action Will Smith movie, I should say. and
Exactly.
I liked it. I liked it. The first one came out in '97. Second one came out in 2002. Third one came out in 2012. And
Okay,
yeah,
because this is a controversial topic.
mm,
Did you, because I love Muhammad Ali so much, Muhammad Ali Clay, I find him like one of those amazing heroes. Like he's my hero.
yeah, yeah,
He's one of
yeah.
my favorite, not just boxers, but a human being. I feel like he has this dignity and he has this energy that unmatched. I've never seen anyone like him in life. Did you think Will Smith depicted him correctly? Did you like his performance as Ali in the movie?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. I had Ali in my best biopic movie when we had the biopic episode. So
Yes, right?
so
You
so
liked it. Oh, and I
yeah.
didn't
So
like it.
so
Probably I'm
so
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 mean in this movie. Yeah.
so I did like him Ali. I did like him Ali though. He did a good job, Ali. He should have won an Oscar for it, in my
He should have
opinion.
won an Oscar, of course. There is a lot of
Yeah.
times when probably Denzel should have won for Malcolm X too.
I
But
agree.
this one is like one that I adore. Malcolm X is
Yeah,
like also another figure that I feel like I'm in awe of
yeah,
him. When I watch him, like,
I agree.
whoa, decent
Which
people.
which we both had Malcolm X on our list for the biopic. You had it for number one, and I had it for number three. Three, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah, but
Hmm.
but the Men in Black were really good though. I enjoyed the Men in Black, at least the first three. I did watch the fourth one with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. But I heard a lot of bad things about that virtue. We would call Men in
Well,
Black
it sucks.
International. I heard it was bad. I heard it was bad. I feel like the shit that did part four with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
How can
I
it
think
be
it's good.
without them? It doesn't make sense to
Yeah,
me. Sorry.
I do want to check it out to see what the fuss is about, but
You
it really,
you're still
you know,
curious, Ken. I know you
yeah,
will watch it.
exactly.
I know.
'Cause I heard rumors that they are coming out with part five, but I heard they are bringing back Tessa Thompson, Chris Hemsworth, but they also bringing back Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones too. So that I heard in
That
the
would
part
be
five.
cool. When you have all of them four together, now that
Yeah,
would be something like, yeah, the dynamics between them.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, that should have been part four, and then maybe part five they had Tessa and them take over. They did it backwards. That's what they should have happened. Like
That's
part four should have been Will and Tommy Lee one more time, and pat the torch to Tessa and and Chris, and then part five we had them to continue the legacy that way.
that's true. That's
That
true.
they should
Yes.
they should have did that. Y'all should
They
hire me for
should.
how. No, y'all should hire me for how. Oh no, never mind. I take that back. Never mind, I take that back. Take that back. what's your what's your number 51? What's your number 51?
Okay, my number 51 is a very scary horror movie, but I really liked it because it touched on a lot of things. It's called Oddity, directed by Damien McCarthy, released 2024. Oddity, it's a very creepy movie. It's about this blind woman who sees into the other world, and she sensed her sister's murder at the hands of, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it, but then she goes to investigate and she really exerts that energy on that person. And the film is beautiful because in the beginning you would think, wow, but it ends really on a very frustrating note. There's no justice. But the ending is one of the most harrowing and really, really chill-spinning that I've ever seen. And it also kind of scares you because, whoa, okay, now I feel relieved, but also I feel scared. So it's a good movie. I'm not gonna say it's a beautiful movie. It's a very creepy movie, very moody movie, but the actress playing the lead role, she's just brilliant. I don't know what is her name, but she is one of the brilliant actresses. Brilliant as a
Mm,
horror actresses, but also brilliant, full stop. Carolyn Becken. Her name is Carolyn Becken, and Carolyn Bracken, and I tell you, Kenny, Carolyn Bracken, she has this energy about her that is. I want to see her in a role that is not horror because I'm scared of her, basically.
what this movie called?
Oddity,
Mm. I'm done.
oddity.
You gotta be curious about this movie. I'm gonna check this one out. You gotta be curious about this one.
See this one. It's scary, but it's good.
Yeah, you gotta be
I'm
curious.
gonna send you the whole list later.
Of
Don't
course, of
worry.
course. So my number 51. I mentioned this movie on our best biopic movies, and this was my number one. So I had to add it here because this is definitely one of my favorite movies. I watch all the time, especially growing up until now. The Jackson and American Dream. And y'all already know this movie is an amazing movie. Which talk about the life of the Jackson Five, the Jackson family, leading up to Motown 25. You know, Lawrence Hilton Jacob played Joe Jackson. Angela Bassett, the legendary Angela Bassett, played Captain Jackson. Holly Robert P played Diana
The one
Ross.
and only. The one and
Yes,
only.
yes. Billy D. Williams played Barry Gordy. Vanessa Williams plays Susan D. Pax. Like I said on the episode, my high school teacher, Colin Still, played Jermaine Jackson, my high school music teacher, and many more. And the man who played
This
Michael
should be
Jackson,
iconic. You have to add it on everything.
yes. And of course, Jason Reber played young Michael Jackson. And I forgot the guy who played Michael Jackson, older Michael Jackson, but he died like a month after the movie was done, was released. And it was sad because
Yeah.
he played an amazing job as Michael. He got everything down packed with Mike as Michael. And it was I wish he was allowed to see his performance because he did an amazing job. So we had to like give him the flowers, man. You know. But yeah, but
Give him his flowers, yes.
yes, and this was an amazing biopic, and I can't wait for the Michael movie, which has been pushed back from April this year to October this year now. So I think that it's a lot of things going on, and also because of Tito Jackson passed away, so it was a lot. They put it back, based on that too. So yeah, it was, yeah. But I'm looking forward to the Michael movie that coming out this year, and yeah.
Wait. So why did they push it back? Why is it now in October?
I think because remember Tito Jackson died. I believe that was one of the reasons. And I think was something. I think with reshoots.
Did Michael
Reshoots.
Oh, so did Michael Oh, reshoots. Okay. Did Michael die in October? When did Michael die?
June.
Did he die in October or did he like
No, he died in June.
June, okay. It would have been nice to put it in.
Yeah,
I totally forgot, but the world changed when he died. It was like
yes, completely changed.
Would have been cooler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe exactly that day? We were all like, what? It was awful.
I remember when Michael died, with me and my friends, we was just chilling on steps, and I found out because I knew he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital. Like, my father came out, and he like, yeah, Michael Jackson passed away, and he told me because that I was a big Michael Jackson fan. But as you can see,
You have him here. You probably can moonwalk too.
I know,
Yeah.
I can't. But yeah, it was that was a sad day though. That was a sad day, but so yeah, and we lost a legend that day. So, and the fact that we are still talking about Michael now, legacy still live on.
Definitely.
The new biopic is going to be amazing because they dive into everything, and his nephew playing Jafar Jackson playing him. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the biopic.
So his cousin or his nephew? His nephew, right? Yeah, Jafar is his nephew?
Yeah. Jermaine Jackson's son. Jermaine Jackson's son. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So it can't go wrong. It shouldn't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't go wrong. Yeah, it shouldn't go wrong. Yeah, because they definitely a part of it. But like I said, The American Dream was an amazing biopic, and yeah, that is my number 51.
Yeah.
What's your number 50?
My number 50 is Conclave, 2024, directed by Edward Berger, who also directed All Quiet on the Western Front. Conclave. I think Conclave starring Ralph Fiennes it's a very small movie, but it's a very interesting movie. Like, I thought I would get bored. They're picking the new pope, and it's a closed, location, but it's a very enjoyable movie. I really liked Conclave. I liked the script. I liked the premise. I liked the costumes. I liked the setting. Everything about it was just brilliant. And Ralph Fiennes was brilliant playing that role. Seriously. All the supporting cast as well. Isabella Rossellini, everyone. Stanley Tucci, everyone. But him, specifically, what a guy. Seriously, it's a very, I recommend it to people, telling them that it's an enjoyable, small movie that you wouldn't expect it to be that exciting. I thought it would be boring, but boring is the last word on this movie's mind. Seriously.
Yeah, what it called again? You said
Conclave.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna add that. I'm definitely gonna check that out too. I'm gonna check that out.
You have to. This one will make you really enjoy it. This is an enjoyable film. I swear, nothing disturbing or anything.
Okay, cool. Definitely gonna check it out. So my number 50. This is a comedy. This is a comedy.
Okay.
I saw this movie. This came out in 2004. I remember this movie because me and my friends we went to last day of school, and last day of school we was going to 11th grade, and we were like, what should we do at school? So we went to the movies, and the movie I'm talking about is White Chicks.
This is
Marlon.
the funniest movie ever.
It was really funny. Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, produced by their brother Keenan Ivory Wayans. Terry Crews was also in this movie, and this was a really, really hilarious movie. A buddy cop movie who went to and pretty much dressed as white chicks to solve a crime. And this was really funny. One of my favorite one of my favorite movies from the Wayans. And yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. And yeah, White Chicks. We are waiting for part two. We are waiting for part two. So hopefully, yeah, make part two.
I think it also has like it has the best use of what is her name? Vanessa what? Who sang 1,000 miles
Oh
when they're
yeah, yeah,
singing a
yeah.
thousand miles and then the best use of this song, seriously, like when they're like bored and then they start rapping in the car, this scene
Oh
is
yeah.
hilarious.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This movie really got her strings really playing. That when people really started to notice about her song. So yeah,
Yes, exactly. This made her song even more
yeah,
popular. That's
popular. Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, this was a funny movie. And y'all should make part two. I mean, y'all about to make Scary Movie 6. Y'all can make White Chicks 2 now. So yeah,
Exactly. If you're and they aren't they having Scream 7 too? Do
yeah,
they have Scream 7? So
yeah.
yeah, please get White Chicks too. Come
Yeah,
on,
but
guys.
I mean, Screen 7 not the Waynes, but but yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's my number 50. What's your number 49?
And number 49 is probably Alice in the Cities, directed by Wim Wenders, 1974. Alice in the Cities is sometimes I like a movie where nothing happens, where it's a very artsy movie and it's just a road trip and it's a soundtrack and it's as if it's portraits, like vignettes of people and places and someone going on a road trip in America. And everything about it is just beautiful, this movie. And the acting is really sublime and setting, the music, the directing, it calms me down. Like I was watching it and then I fell asleep, and the next day I continued watching it and I fell asleep too. So I realized this movie is a comfort movie for you, girl, because it's very soothing. It has this energy, and it's also the kind of artistic movie you don't find anymore. They don't make these movies anymore at all, I tell you. So yeah, definitely favorite movie.
There you go. Uh, I've never seen this movie, but as you just describe it, it make me want
You
to check
have
this
to.
movie out.
There is
Make me want to check this
no
movie out.
dialogue.
Mm.
You want to watch it, you go to sleep. If you have an anxiety, watch it. If you feel bad, watch it because it soothes you down. Seriously, it's like, is this one of these comforting movies? It's like a blanket.
Nah, I definitely gotta check this movie out. It sound really interesting. I do gotta check this movie out. I had to check the movie out. So my number 49. So last episode, I did mention Batman last episode. I mentioned The Dark Knight on the last time we did our favorite movies. So this is another Batman movie that I enjoyed growing up. I did not see this in the movie. My father brought the tape. We had a lot of cassette tapes. We had a lot of cassette tapes. And the Batman movie I am
Us
talking
too.
about, yeah. I still got some now, by the way. I still got some now somewhere.
Wow.
I know. And it's another person we talk about. Yeah, two. I just realized two people. Well, who in this movie we spoke about. I got had on my list already. I got Batman Forever.
Mm.
I got Batman Forever. Who
Val Kilmer, right?
Yes, Val Kilmer as Batman. Tommy Lee
And Jim
Jones.
Carrey and Tommy
Yep,
Lee
yep, Lee
Jones.
Jones. Yep, Tommy Lee Jones.
And I'm gonna
Nicole
be talking
Kidman.
about Nicole Kidman soon.
Nicole Kidman. Chris O'Donnell is also in here. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore is in here.
Yes.
And yeah, I ain't gonna okay, even though this Batman was not like my favorite comic book rise, but this Batman was very entertaining to me though. I enjoyed
Mm.
this Batman movie. I enjoyed Val Kilmer as Batman.
I
He was he was the he out of all the Batman, he played the playboy side to Batman. Like when Batman was
because
a
I think he
playboy,
was the most
yeah,
handsome,
yeah,
yeah, of all the Batmans before. I'm
yeah.
sorry, our Pads and Michael Keaton now.
I mean, not to judge a man, but yeah, he was the playboy.
Exactly,
Not to
but
judge
he's like,
a man. Yeah,
I he was
he was the
good, yes.
he was the playboy version of the Batman. And
But
I like this swag. I like this swag in there. I like this swag in here.
he is,
And
he was perfect.
he had that part down pat. Of course,
And when you
Tommy.
see what happened to him, it kind of breaks your heart. Like when
Oh
you see how
yeah.
wonderful he was, and now, just life is weird, man,
And
honestly.
you know what crazy? Um, Thinking about Valkymo, I had another movie on this list. I did have it on this list, but I changed it to put it on the next list. And Valkymo was in that movie.
Which one was that?
Was star
Tombstone.
was the I want you to guess. It star another actor. It star another actor, a big actor who big now,
Hmm.
by the name of but let's see if you know. Let's see if you know. But
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? Tell me.
no, okay. So
Or wait,
he
tell me. Hmm.
wait.
Which one?
So he did a movie back in the 80s with Tom Cruise.
Oh God, are you
Yes, yes, Top
serious?
Gun. Yes,
You
yes, yes.
have to. It's one of the coolest movies ever.
I mean, I mean, I,
Ever.
I mean, I just spoil you my next list. Top Gun will be in my next list, but
Mm.
I'm not gonna let you know what number because
Maybe
I
I
always
should
had
add
it.
it to my next list too. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. You reminded me.
cause I watched Top Gun as a kid and it's been amazing. I see Val Kilmer in that, killing it. And then I watched the new one. Then I watched the Maverick, and he was in
Yeah.
there too. And it broke my heart seeing him in that though. I ain't gonna
Can
holler.
you
They're just like,
believe? Exactly. Life
yeah,
is just so weird. Even I think Tom Cruise was crying, seriously, because he had
yeah,
this wave, he had this swagger, this energy. And
yeah,
now you
yeah.
just feel like you want to hug him and pat him on the shoulder and just tell
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I gotta watch the documentary. Val Kilmer documentary. I gotta watch the
The
documentary.
documentary is great. I'm
Yeah.
recommending it to you. Seriously, you will learn a lot about him, how fragile he was, things about
Mm,
his upbringing and his love for acting, but his struggles because he didn't really know how to deal with directors, so he had it
yeah.
hard.
Yeah. But Batman Forever was, amazing. Of course, Tommy Lee Jones as Harvey Dent, Two Face, Jim Curry once again. Jim Curry once again.
Yeah.
I forgot Jim Curry in this movie. Jim Curry at the Riddler. Oh my goodness, he was so hilarious. He was so hilarious. Chris
It
O'Donnell
was
as
amazing.
Robin. Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Nicole Kidman. I had a crush on Nicole Kidman in this movie. G. Louise. I had a crush on Nicole Kidman in this movie. And this
She
movie,
was
I love
just
the Batman movie.
amazing. You have
It
to
was.
because she was just amazing.
She
Nicole
had so
Kidman
much
at
sex
that
appeal.
time, oh my
Yeah,
God.
so much sex appeal in that with G. Louise, Nicole Kidman, G. Louise, Nicole.
Yeah, yes,
And,
yes.
and also, one thing I also love about this movie, the soundtrack. Oh my goodness, the soundtrack was so amazing. Oh my goodness.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Seriously.
Shout out to Sil for kissing from a Rose. 'Cause I love that song.
Even Jack Black, when he said like the most romantic of all Batmans, probably because of the song. He covered the
It
song,
was,
and the
it
song
was.
just uplifts your feelings. It makes you so emotional. I mean,
Yeah,
what a beautiful song.
it was a beautiful song. But I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed when the second Batman came out, Batman and Robin, and Val Kilmer did come back. I mean, it had
Oh, and
George
Clooney was
Clooney.
terrible. Yeah,
Clooney.
I don't
Oh
know.
man, we don't talk about that Batman. We don't talk about
Yes,
that
yes.
Batman.
We don't talk about it now.
Yeah, I feel bad for Chris O'Donnell came back for that. Like, come on, Chris.
Poor
But
boy.
but
Yeah, exactly.
but before I go to the next sports, before I go to your list, fun fact: Chris O'Donnell was not supposed to be Robin though originally. Robin was supposed to be the last movie I have to talk about. Marlon Wayne was supposed to be Robin.
Really?
Yeah, he was supposed to be Robin originally. And originally Batman Forever was supposed to be Michael Keaton. It wasn't supposed to be Val Kilmer.
Hmm.
It wasn't
But
supposed
then
to
what
be.
happened? Yeah.
I do not know. They changed it. I think Michael Keaton didn't want to do Batman no more.
Maybe he was like, no, exactly. I'm tired. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I
Even
don't know
Val
why.
Kilmer got tired. He said that the suit and the mask kind of like imprisoned him and it was hard for him to continue.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I know it would have been interesting to see a young Marlon Wayans in this. 'Cause he
Me
would have
too.
been young in this. It would have been interesting. I don't think he would have been good. He would have been. It would have been funny. It would have been funny to see Marlon in a Batman movie. I would have enjoyed it either way.
Me
I
too,
think.
yeah.
I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked. But yeah, that's one of my movie fun fact. I gotta do movie fun fact every time. You ain't know. So
I
what?
know.
So what is your number 48? What's your number 48?
Okay, my number 48 is a very old movie. It's called Trouble with the Angels, directed by Ida Lupino, 1966. And that's because it stars Haley Mills, who is like a bright, beautiful, she was a great child actress. And she also was one of the most beautiful faces. But one of my friends actually would call me Pollyanna because I brought, like happiness and smiles into her life. So when she told me to watch this movie, because I was in a Catholic school when I was young, so she told me when I watch this movie, she reminds me of you. So I watched it and I loved it so much, and it became one of my favorites. Like whenever I'm having a bad time, I'm gonna watch this movie and I'm gonna feel better. So yeah, I had to add it here.
I gotta check that out. You ain't know we're gonna share each other list. You ain't know we're gonna share each other list. So my
Always.
so my number 48. Um, so this I kind of spoiled myself early in the episode about a movie that was potentially on my list, and so the movie is on my list.
Oh,
The first time I see this movie, I saw another movie which is also on my list, which is a few things. And my father was like, it was my birthday weekend. I remember my birthday weekend with me and my sister. My father took me to the movies, and my father like, no, it's your birthday. We're gonna see another movie. So we sneak into the movie, and when I saw the trailer for this, I didn't care for it. But when I actually seen it, it was freaking amazing.
wow.
And
I'm
to this
excited.
day, I kind of spoiled myself. But they have a part five. They had a part five. So the movie I'm talking about is Shrek, the Shrek franchise.
Okay. Shrek is like one of our favorites too. I remember when we got the Blu-ray when I was little, my sister and I don't think we were that little, but we fell in love with it immediately. It was like
Yeah.
unlike any animated film we've ever seen. And I loved Shrek immensely, and Donkey, played by Eddie Murphy and Cameron
Yes.
Diaz. What a
Yes.
great cast too.
Yeah.
What a great cast.
I was just about to say that. Mike Myers as Shrek, um, Eddie Murphy as the donkey, and Eddie was so funny in that movie. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, Eddie was so funny in
yes.
that movie. Gee Louise, and of course Cameron Diaz, which I love Cameron Diaz. And Shrek One was always so amazing to me. I always loved Shrek One. It's fun to
And
design. It was different.
special.
Yeah, 'cause do you remember during the time it was different. We never saw nothing like
Yes.
it before. So Shrek One was amazing, and yeah, I was so curious about. I love Shrek One. I seen Shrek Two. Shrek Two is all right. I seen Shrek Three, and I seen Shrek Three in the movie, and that one that had Justin Timberlake as one of the characters in Shrek Three, which was
Hmm.
all right. Shrek Three the third, and Shrek Four, you know, Shrek Forever, which wasn't my favorite, but yeah. And of course, they added and Antonio Banzer, as Puss as Boots and stuff like that, and yeah,
Yes.
and then
Antonio
of course,
Banderas
yeah,
took Puss. And of course, Puss
yeah.
is like one of my I love the one with the wolf and death and him escaping death. I don't even remember what is it
Mhm.
called. That one was my favorite. I didn't like the first one so much, but the one, oh, I should probably add it to my next list so I won't spoil it.
But yeah,
Yes.
but even though Shrek One was always my favorite, I would have had Shrek a little higher, but I wasn't a fan of the other three like that. Shrek Two was
You're
cool.
right.
Three
Yes.
was all right, but I wasn't a
Two,
fan
I
of the other
watched it in
three.
the movie theater with my cousins and I was so happy that day. So it was like the
Yeah,
happiest. Yes.
yeah. I know. I only saw one and three in the movie. I didn't see two in the movies.
Yes.
I didn't see four either. But Strike Five come out in 2026. So I had it
Shrek
wrong earlier. I
5,
said
yes. Uh-huh.
Strike Five come out 2026.
2026. No, that's
2026,
really
yeah.
long ago.
Like I
Yeah.
said, like I said, a lot of the anime movies they're gonna be a while. And I
Yes.
heard, I heard, the final draft for Shrek was not to put through the draft that we got. It was supposed to be a
Oh,
completely different design for it. But I glad I seen the design. It looked bad. So I kind of glad we got the design that we got now. So
perfect. Yeah, I'm so happy with this design. I don't want
and
anyone else.
yeah, also when I went to Universal Studios one time, me and my sister, and they had a Shrek ride there, and it was fun. But yeah, there you go. That is my number 48. So what's your number 47?
Wow,
Yeah, we aren't done.
that's so
Top flying.
cool.
Top
Oh my
flying.
God. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at
Top
us.
flying. We're having a good time with this one.
Seven. Okay, so my
Yeah.
number 47 is a movie that came recently. Okay. And I know it's not the greatest movie ever, but I had so much fun watching it. And it had a reunion of two of my favorite actors, Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz. It's called
Mm.
Back in Action. And honestly, I
Mm.
really had a great time with this movie. I don't care what people say. I just love this movie so much. First of all, their chemistry is amazing. And it shows that they were friends for so long. Like it really shows on screen. Second of all, I had so much fun watching it. So I really like this movie. I love it. I enjoyed it.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have this movie, and I really, really enjoyed this movie. I was thinking about it on this list, but I'm gonna save it for the next list because I did enjoy this movie. I love their chemistry for real. Their chemistry
Amazing.
was crazy. Like you could tell that, yeah, like you mentioned, you could tell that they've been friends for a very long time. I enjoy that movie.
Definitely.
Netflix did a
And
thing on that
when you
movie.
watch the behind the scenes or the song that they did to promote it, you know
Mm,
these people were like in complete harmony. They've been
yeah,
together since a long time and they are very close. So it shows. And it always
yeah,
shows when actors are really good with each other on screen, unless
I
the
agree.
drama and the feuds and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And yeah, they did like three movies together. I know the first one was given any given Sunday. The second one was Annie, and now this one, Back to
Annie,
Action.
yes.
Yeah, and then like I said, they had an amazing chemistry. I think their chemistry was the reason why I love this movie so much because it was just so there. Like
It's a silly movie,
it is
exactly.
silly. Yeah,
And but their chemistry uplifted it and made you feel
yeah,
like I don't care. I just love you
exactly, exactly. And
guys.
also
Fool me, trick me
yeah,
and let me watch
yeah,
it.
yeah, and also shout out to Glenn Close was in that movie as well. Glenn Close was in there. Yeah, the movie was pretty good. It was pretty good, and I can't wait for hopefully they come up with a part two because who's the father? Who the father?
Exactly.
Who the father? But funny,
Yes, we have to know. Exactly, we have to know.
but it's funny because I was gonna have this on my list. I'm probably gonna be in the next list or the list after. But yeah, this definitely I was thinking about adding this movie to my
Yes,
list too.
yes, yes.
I did enjoy Back to Action. I ain't gonna lie, I did enjoy Back to Action. So my number 47. So I got an old school movie and stuff like that. I grew up watching this movie. I had the Spinner version in the first list of this movie
Okay.
because
Okay.
honestly, even though I enjoyed the Spinner version more,
Hmm.
this was the originator of this movie. The reason why I got this so low because the rest of them I wasn't a fan of the rest of them, but I was a big fan of the first three. I wasn't a big fan of the last three. So the movie I talk about is Rocky. Sylvester Stallone.
I know what you mean. The first three are great. The last
Yeah,
three are shitty. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So like Rocky, legendary movie. Sylvester Stallone
Yes.
killed it as Rocky and stuff like that. First fight in the first movie was Apollo Creed, which was definitely my favorite. The second one, they had a rematch, and yeah, it was just amazing. And that we, he won the
The
third one.
kind of movies we don't make anymore.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. I believe Sylvester Stallone won an Oscar for this, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
It had to.
I think he did.
Let's
I think
check it out.
I think
Rocky.
I think the first one. I think he did. I believe he did.
He got nominated for an Oscar. I mean, he should have. I'm sorry.
I know he definitely
Okay.
got nominated. I know that. I know he got nominated. I don't think he won now. I don't think he won.
Yes. Blah, 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 blah. He received 10 Academy Award nominations and won
Oh,
three, including Best Picture.
oh,
So definitely.
he did.
So
Okay, okay. Okay.
yeah,
So he did win. Okay, he did win.
yeah.
And
Best
then
Best Actor, of course, he was nominated, and Best Actress
nominated.
was
Yeah,
Talia
yeah.
Shire. So yeah, and the
Okay.
director and the picture won that year. Well
Okay.
deserved, I must
It was,
say.
it was an amazing movie. First one was amazing. Second one, I love
Yes.
the second one too. I
Mhm.
love the third one too. He was facing Mr. T in the third one, I believe.
Yeah.
The fourth one, I didn't enjoy the movie like that, but I enjoyed the storyline because
Mm.
that when Apollo Creed died, when he was facing Jacko, and that when that big dup dude, he was a beast in the fourth one. I liked the storyline that Rocky felt broken after that. Like he felt
Yes.
broken. That was the only part I liked with the fourth one. The final two, Rocky 5 was a weird one,
I
and then
don't
it
even
came
remember those two. I don't think I saw them, Rocky 5 and 6.
and Rocky 6 with Rocky Balboa that came out in 2005, 2006. I wasn't interested in seeing an old Rocky, but then I watched it. It had its moments, but it just wasn't my favorite at all.
Ah, I know
I,
what you
I get what
mean.
I get what they were doing, but I just wasn't my favorite, But of course, Rocky, first three was just amazing to me, especially the first one, Sylvester
Mm.
Stallone. And I mean, of course, later he done the first two Creed movies. So
He was like as if giving the torch to Michael B. Jordan,
yeah,
who, by
yeah.
the way, is making a movie that I'm dying to see, Sinners. And
Oh
it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
so
me too.
scary.
Yeah, I
What?
saw. Yeah, I gotta see that too. The trailer for that. I agree with you on that.
I think
I
it will
agree.
be on our lists next year. Mark my words.
I
Definitely,
believe.
we're gonna have it.
I
Mhm.
believe it come out in. I think it come out in. I want to say
Summer
April.
or
It come out.
April? Really? That early? Wow.
I think
Thankfully.
April. I think April. Don't quote me. I think April. But I also heard like a rumor that Rocky Sylvester Stallone and making another Rocky movie.
Really? I
Yeah,
mean, I wouldn't doubt it because everyone now is making sequels and prequels, so why not?
yeah,
They're having
yeah,
a
yeah.
Buffy sequel. So
Oh yeah,
definitely,
yeah,
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 with
yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar too. So yeah, definitely. So I wouldn't doubt anything. If someone tells me anything, I'll be like, okay. If they tell me there will be that Titanic too, I'll tell them, sure, why not?
So I mean, they had a they had a Titanic too, though. Shockingly enough,
Oh my
I don't know
God.
why. I don't know why, but I don't know why. But what's
Yes.
your number? What's your number 46? Number 46.
My number 46 is Leave the World Behind. Okay.
Mm.
2023 Netflix film directed by Sam Ismail. It had Marshala Ali,
Okay, yeah, I have to see that. Okay.
Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke. I don't know, a very beautiful young actress. I don't even remember her name, but she was gorgeous. And wow, what a movie. It's a mind-blowing movie. I think I
Yeah.
love movies about the apocalypse or the end of times, but this one was very unpredictable and very intelligent. And Julia Roberts and Mahershala Ali had such great chemistry in it. And I even saw the press and she was like fawning over him. The guy is
Mm.
like has swave. So yeah, so I mean, and also it was a very thought-provoking movie. You're always on the edge of your seat. You're always thinking. So I enjoyed it immensely. It's like seriously one of my favorites.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot all about that movie. They for bringing that movie. They for remind them saying that movie because I forgot all about that movie. But
You
that movie was
have
crazy
to.
though. That movie was crazy. I seen it. That movie was crazy. Oh yeah, I did the Obama's. Barack Obama produced that movie, I believe.
It sounds like their movie because they're
Yeah,
kind of like always into literature and stuff. And probably they
yeah,
were supporting Sam Ismail too because I think he's Arab American. So yeah, it totally makes sense, like to always support diversity in storytelling and stuff. So yeah, very
yeah,
intelligent.
yeah. That was a crazy movie. I'm not gonna lie, that was a crazy
Mm,
movie.
I love
That was a
crazy
crazy.
movies.
I only seen it once though. I only seen it once, but it was a crazy movie. It was a crazy movie. So my number 46, I got another movie I grew up with. First one came out in 1985. The second one came out in 1989, and the third one came out in 1990. I grew up with
Okay.
this movie. Another movie I watched a lot as a kid. I was a fan of this dude a lot as a younger, but he going through a lot now. But he legendary to the point, and his co-star too. Legendary guy too. He did many things. The movie I'm talking about is Back in the Future. Michael J. Fox, Christopher
Yeah, he's
Lloyd.
going through a lot. You're right.
Yeah,
Poor
yeah, the
baby.
Parkinson's disease.
And he
And
even
Maddie
had like a documentary about himself,
He
right?
did. He did. He did. I watched that documentary. I watched that documentary like many years ago. Yeah, he did have a documentary stuff like
Mm,
that. But yeah, Marty McFly. I wanted to be like that dude when I was younger. He was so cool. He was so cool in that movie. And
exactly.
of course, the professor and the Christopher Lloyd, which he doing a lot. He
We
did a
grew up
lot of
on those
things.
movies.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Of course, the first one is legendary. Of course, I always loved the first one. Second one was cool too. I wasn't the biggest fan of the third one because of the whole Western thing, but I did enjoy the franchise as a whole. And of course now they got the Broadway show. I heard rumors that they wanted to do one at one point, but then I heard they're not gonna do one now, like a reboot of it. So thank goodness, I'm glad they're not. Cause not
That's good.
everything needed, not everything needed. But yeah, Back to the Future, classic movie, classic movie. So where's your number 45? We are close to being done. We are getting
Wow,
close.
we are so close. We are so close. Okay, my number five is called Red Rooms, directed by Pascal Plant. And I know this sounds like a weird movie to consider your favorite because it's so dark in a way that is, I don't think it's imaginable. It's very dark. It's about the darkness of humans, but probably because the protagonist is someone I've known. You know, when you have known some really sinister people in life and you have seen them and you never imagined that someone would catch up on them and make a movie about them. So the main girl there, played by a very brilliant Canadian actress, is a person that I've dealt with and I've met. A very beautiful, sexy, successful looking woman whom you would imagine is having a great, like successful, thriving life. But she has some dark motivations and she is a sadist and she is a very scary person. And it's also about a serial killer being on trial. And this girl is kind of obsessed with this serial killer in a way that makes her, I think, admire him in a way. So when you look at this woman, like a beautiful, sexy, tall woman, kind of like young, and I don't think you would ever doubt that she has a dark nature or she has a darkness to her that much. So when you see something like that depicted on screen, I think I always return to just see her losing it or see her looking at people and eyeing them in a way that really scares me because it's the darkness in people that you see. So yeah, I don't know if I should recommend this movie. I recommend it if you have like a great stomach because it also talks about a very disturbing thing and it kind of like handles it from a tough angle. But if you love movies as in a cinephilia and you just want to learn and you want to see a kind of character that you haven't seen before on screen, I suggest you watch this movie.
Mm. And you gotta be curious. You gotta be curious.
Seriously. Just
I'm
watch it
getting
in the morning and don't sleep after watching because I had like
curious.
seriously, it's a very dark movie.
I might have to check that out. I might have to check it out.
Yes.
So my number 45. So this one was a hard one because this movie, the franchise say they had different sets of movies, and I can't pick which one to pick with franchise out of those with series out of the movie to pick. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bust them into one. And
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about the Spider-Man universe. The first
Your favorite.
the three live action movie that came out with Spider-Man. The first version of Spider-Man with they have Tobey Maguire, Kristen Dunst, which out of the series was my favorite. Out of the series, out of the three, out of the series, my favorite Spider-Man, I have to say, out of the three that came out, the first one, of course, came out. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man came out
There have been a lot
2000.
of Spider-Mans. Who is your favorite?
That's Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, hands down. Tobey Maguire, Tom,
Okay.
Tom Holland, and then Andrew Garfield last.
Andrew Garfield sucked at it, right?
I mean,
Or what?
yeah, and Andrew Garfield, he grew to me. He grew to me.
Mm.
So Tobey Maguire version came out in 2002, 2004, and 2007. Kristen Dunst, the first one had Will Dafoe in it. James Franco was in it, and I always enjoyed this version of Spider-Man. I watched all three of these movies in Spider-Man, even
I
though,
probably watched the only one, this one. The one with him
yeah,
and Kirsten Dunst in reverse
yeah,
and kissing.
yeah, that was amazing. even though the third Spider-Man of this series was not the greatest, but I do enjoy this series as a whole. Then of course we got the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, and stuff like that, which was
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more darker than the Toby version. But I didn't like it at first, but it grew to me as I watched it now.
Yeah.
The first one, this one came out in 2012, and the second one came out in 2014. I did not really enjoy the first one of this, but I did enjoy
Mm-hmm.
the second one. We also had Jamie Foxx in the second one, which we have a lot of people we mentioned a lot in these movies. And Jamie Foxx
Yes.
did Jamie Foxx did a good job in this movie. I'm not gonna lie, he did a good job. And what I say about the third one, Tom Holland version, is I like how they introduced him because that's when he added him to the MCU. He was introduced and he was introduced in Captain America, Civil War, and then had his own movie,
Yeah.
Homecoming, No Way Home, and Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, which came
Okay.
out in 2017, 2019, and 2021, and present. And I enjoy Tom Holland because it's more close to the comic book as part of the MCU.
It makes sense to
Zendaya,
him, I think, yeah. And Zendaya, of course. Zendaya
Zendaya,
is
yeah,
queen.
yeah,
Seriously.
she
What an
is,
actress and what a girl and whatever
yeah.
and what a fashion icon. When I see her seriously succeeding, you feel very happy.
I agree, and I love the third version of this because then when they brought back Tobey Maguire, the Joe, but Andrew Garfield, they brought back all the villains for the first. I like how it was connected
It's
with
insane.
the multi
Yes.
universe, and of course, Doctor Strange, you know, yeah. I mean, I love, I love Spider Man. So Spider Man is one of my favorite Marvel characters. I would show you my comic book Spider Man, but I can't find it at the moment.
I
But
can't. You have to show it to me next time. Come on.
yeah, I'll try to show it to you off screen. But yeah, I'm a fan of Spider Man. I love all the movies. I mean,
I know you love him. He's your favorite superhero. Yeah.
one of my favorite superheroes. Yeah, one of my favorite. And yeah, that is my number 45. What is your number 44?
Ooh, we're getting close now.
Yeah,
I'm
get
so
close. Yeah.
scared. Okay. So my number 44 is, wait, 44 or 43? I'm 44, right?
44. Yeah, 44.
Wow, 44. Oh my God, already. Okay, so it's the new Nosferatu. I think I talked about the earlier Nosferatus in our earlier top 20s,
Mm,
probably.
yeah, yeah.
But this one, directed by Robert Eggers, it's a great film about, I think, sexual obsession and oppression at the same time. It's
Mm,
not just about fear, it's not just about this vampire story, but more about, I think it's about when someone has like such deep desire and their desire gets the best of them. So I don't know. I just love that he made her, that he gave the girl power and gave her kind of like agency and gave her like a story so that she's not just a victim seduced by Dracula or by Count Orlok in this movie, but it was more of her um becoming a Nosferatu herself, having a desire deep for being evil or for being sexual or for being whatever. So I think when you see it from this angle, and also everything about it was great, the cinematography, the some of my, of course, guy friends were like, wow, she's so hot. And I'm like, okay, because they love goth girls. Um, but seriously, everyone did a great job in this movie. There's Nicholas Hoult, there's Willem Dafoe, there's
mm,
Bill Skarsgård. So a lot of people were doing a great job in it, and it's a very scary movie, but a very haunting movie more than scary. So yeah.
mm. Dope, dope. And shout out to William Dafoe. We didn't mention him just now in Spider
Yes.
Man.
Yes, he's in everything. He's done some great movies.
Yeah. So my number 44, the next two movies could be Disney movies. This was one of my favorite Disney movies growing up. This came out in 1995. I got a Goofy movie. And and
I
and I think
love the movie so much.
yeah, I love that movie. And it's funny, this movie started from the show Goof Troops. And this
I
people
know
was
Goof Troops too. I
yeah,
would watch it when I was young. Mhm.
yeah. And this came and they made a movie after the fact. And I love the story, Goofy and his son, they went on vacation so they could get close together. And Max went to high school, and he had a crush on a girl, and then he went to meet the the the, the star. I forgot the character's name. But it was played by Tevin Campbell, who made a song to Can We Talk and stuff like that. And yeah, but
Yeah,
I love Goofy movie. It was an amazing
it's one
movie.
of my favorite movies ever.
It
I
was
love it
mine
so
too.
much. I
Yeah,
need
and
to
I
add some
loved
of
it.
my animated stuff, but I don't know if I added them in the earlier lists. I need to check out everything so that I rule out the movies that I already mentioned because I'm
You know,
bored.
it voiced by Bill Tharman, Jim Cummins. Shout out to Jim Cummins. He voiced a lot of roles. Jim Cummins voiced a lot of
Yes.
voices. And Rod Pussin. So yeah, this was an amazing. It was an amazing movie. I love Goofy. I love a goofy movie. I love a goofy movie. And yeah, that is my number 44. What's your number 43?
My number 43 is definitely Baby Girl, directed by Helena Rain, because first of all, Nicole Kidman was just brilliant in this movie.
Mm,
And Helena is a great director. And it's also a very interesting tale about, like power play in and again, sexual repression and desire beyond your, like your normal life, beyond your belong like surroundings, beyond your actual life. So it's a great way to look at power and to look at destruction and to look at sexuality, and no one does it like Helena Rain. I think her third movie, I think she's working on a third movie or a
mm,
fourth, but like a next movie, I can't wait to see who she cast in it and what is it going to be about. And of course, Harris Dickinson really played that role with such groundedness you would never imagine it from him. So that's a great movie too.
mm. There you go. That's really interesting. So my number 43, so like I said, another Disney movie. And when this movie came out, I saw this movie like 3 times in the movie. One time in summer,
What?
yes, yeah, trust me. One time in summer camp, one time my mother took me, and one time my father took me. I don't know why I love this movie so much, but I watched this movie way more than I needed to. I love the story of this. I love the characters. And one person we spoke about this dude all the time. I got Milan as my number 43. And of course, Eddie Murphy is the voice of the dragon, Mushu.
Yes. I love
And
to like Mulan. I loved
I love
her. She
Milan.
was
I
very
love Milan.
strong.
Well, yeah,
Exactly. I love
yeah,
strong female characters in cartoons and stuff. She was like a great protagonist. Oh, wow.
yeah, she was. And I love this movie. And shout out to Christina Aguilera. She did the soundtrack to the movie. And yeah, Milan.
Wow.
Came out 1998. Yeah, I love this movie. Love the movie. Like I said, I really did watch this movie like a whole lot of times. I watched this
You
movie a whole
have
lot of
to
times.
because it's so beautiful.
It was, yeah, it was, it was, it was. All right, what is your number 42?
Oh, 42. Okay, this movie is a dear one. It's a very old movie, but I discovered it recently and fell in love with it for some reason. It's called Darling, 1965, directed by
Mm,
John Schlesinger, and starts this beautiful actress, Julie Christie. British, but she is so French. Like this movie could have been French for me. And this is why I liked it because it's a British movie, but it could have been French. It could have been set in the Nouvelle Vague with the Frenchies and, like the beautiful French girl and the idea of this female protagonist and this actress with all the light around her. You could see her beaming with energy. I enjoyed it so much, and it kind of like brought me back to my old school film watching senses, even though I watched it recently, not when I was starting out as a cinephile and as a film critic and stuff. So, yeah, it's just a very close movie to my heart. And I love the female protagonist. And I think she's gorgeous and awesome and brings a light to the screen. And I definitely also recommend this for you because it will really, it's a good movie. Like, it's a good movie.
so I gotta check that out. So
Yes.
my number 42. So this movie, man, G. Louise. It came out in 2001. We talk about this actor so many times. He won a Academy Award for this movie, even though he should have won earlier. He won an Academy Award for this movie, and he did an amazing job. I talk about Training Day
I was gonna
as
say,
my
I
40.
thought you were gonna mention it.
Yeah, yeah. Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke, my one of my biggest crush, Eva Mendes.
Eva
Sorry, my
Mendes.
Eva
She's
Mendes.
like, wow.
Yeah, and this
Isn't she
movie
like
was
Ryan Gosling's wife?
yes,
Oh
yes,
my
she is.
God, he's a lucky man.
He is a lucky man. He is a lucky man.
And she even left acting, like you could feel her. She even
Yeah,
left
she
acting and stuff to,
yeah,
wow.
she retired. She retired. Yeah, she retired from acting. I believe she retired. Yeah, and she stopped acting altogether. But yeah, this movie was G. Louise. Denzel did an amazing job in this movie,
Also,
and
unlike anything we've seen.
yeah, exactly. He transformed for real. He transformed to a completely different person doing this role. I like wow, and he deserved that award. Like I said, he should have won earlier than that, but he definitely deserved it. And yeah, Training Day is
Definitely.
always will be an amazing movie. Shout out to Denzel for that role. And now, what is your number 41?
It's Sing Sing, definitely by Greg
Mm,
Quitter. Because Coleman Domingo, this force on screen. is just amazing. And this movie touched me in ways that I don't even know if I can express it. It's brilliant, it's sensitive, it's poetic, it's about human suffering, it's about, I think, the validity of the arts. Probably now at times when we feel like, but what do arts mean?
Mm-hmm.
And why do they matter? And why should we keep going? This movie kind of tells us, and I think it's also a very great movie for someone who has been going through a tough time and questioning the validity of what they are doing, or does it mean anything? So it's a very inspiring movie too. And Colman Domingo deserved to be nominated, but also some of the supporting actors deserve that as well. And I'm really angry that they didn't.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched this movie yet, but this is definitely on my list of want to
Have
watch.
to.
I'm upset that he didn't get nominated for the Oscars for this movie, right?
Me
He
too,
did.
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coleman is nominated and deserved, seriously.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I heard he did a good job in the movie. I definitely got to watch this movie. And yeah, he definitely should get nominated for this. And that's crazy that he did. But this is in my watch list. I definitely will check this movie out. And yeah.
Yes.
My number my number 41. And I got a lot. We spoke about this guy from the whole time, man. We spoke about this guy the whole time. I probably mentioned Eddie Murphy 4 times in my list this time around. And I'm a little upset that this movie I got of his, this was one of my movies I should have had a little higher. But like I said in the beginning of the episode, making this list is not easy at all. Making this list is
Yes.
not easy at all. But this movie right here is probably one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies. Definitely, this movie had an all-star cast. This movie came out in '92. I got Boomerang as my 41.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, Harry Barry, Robin Gibbons, David Allen Greer, Martin Lawrence, Grace Young, Eartha Kitt, Chris Rock, Trisha Campbell. This movie had an all-star cast. This movie is very funny, very romantic. Harry Berry, oh my goodness. In this movie, oh my goodness, had a big crush on Harry Berry in this movie.
Who wouldn't? She's just amazing.
She
And
is.
by the way, she is still gorgeous. When you see
Yes,
her now,
yes,
oh my god, this
yes.
woman hasn't aged a bit.
At all.
Seriously.
At all. And this movie was very funny. I love this. I could probably say, how about to say a top 5 Eddie Murphy movie. This is definitely on my top 5. This is on my
But
top
you
5.
adore Eddie Murphy. I feel like you should have like our top Eddie Murphy movies because we can then talk about all his movies and then talk
Yeah.
about them again. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Golden Child, Beverly Hill Cop, Boomerang, Night
Yes.
Professor, and I guess you
Coming
can
to
ask
America. All
Captain
kinds
America,
of
Shrek, Mulan. Like Eddie Murphy,
he never
amazing.
misses.
Yeah, at all. He never misses. And he just announced that they having a documentary of him on Netflix.
Ooh,
So
wow. I have to watch
just
that one.
just been announced the other day. So I'm like, wow. So I can't wait to even see that. But Boomerang, amazing movie. Soundtrack for the movie. Oh my goodness, amazing. Johnny Gill, Tony Braxton. Oh my god, this soundtrack is amazing too. Like, oh my goodness.
Amazing, amazing.
Like, I think Boyz II Men is on the soundtrack too. Yeah. Boomerang is my 41, and that is
Can't
this.
wait for your 40.
Yes, yes. This is our top 20 favorite movie, 60 to 41, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep going to 100. We'll keep going to 100 because, G Louise, and yeah, because we got a lot more movies to talk about. But Jaylan, thank you for coming on the show as always, and we are happy that we have you on the show, and yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Danny.
Before you go, Jaylan, we have a major announcement. A major announcement. Starting in the fall of 2025, y'all gonna see Jaylan more often.
Yes.
So we're gonna start our series, the Top 20 Countdown series, coming in the fall of 2025 with myself and Miss Jaylan. So we're gonna have more movies, more topics for movies, and many more. It will be a part of the spin-off series Thursday lineup starting this fall. So
Yeah.
Jaylan, thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for joining me on this journey.
Thank you, Kenny. I'm so excited for this spin-off series, seriously. I can't wait for everyone to hear our lists and our compilations, and also hopefully we can have it also on video on the J Day, so we can have it audio and video, and everyone will just get in and tell us their opinions.
Yes. But of course, before you go, drop your social media where everybody can reach you, and drop where they could check out the J Day.
The J Days, just type the J Days on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. And you can also catch me on Blue Sky. Now I'm on Blue Sky, Jaylan Salman.Blue Sky. And then you can find me on Twitter, Jaylan_Salah, and then Jaylan Salman on Instagram. So this is where you can find me. You can find my writings on In Session Film and Geek Vibes Nation too. So yeah, tell us what you think.
Yes, there you go. And thank you again, Jaylan, for coming on, doing the Top 20 Countdown show. And y'all will see, like I said, y'all see him more often when we start the countdown, Top 20 Countdown series later this year. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Yay.
I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into another episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Pocket TV. Thank you to Jaylan coming back on the show. It's always fun having this conversation with you, and can't wait to bring you back again. If you want to check out more episodes of MrGentleman Lifestyle Pocket TV, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ken, aka MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Or y'all can check out the audio version of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pods, and many more. New episodes of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. Thank you for checking out for watching this episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Pocket TV. Have a good day or night wherever you're watching this episode. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Chill!